would be arrested and prosecuted there for stealing a wallet, illustrating territorial jurisdiction and local allegiance while present in the country. Okay. So that's what I was like, okay, all right, well, you're right for that. But I said, would you be deported? Would you be removed if you broke the law? Step-by-step overview based on Japan's criminal procedure for foreigners. This general outcomes vary in individual circumstances. Japanese, a high conviction rate, 99%, and the system emphasizes investigation and confession. So arrest and initial detention, right? They can arrest you for suspicion of crime, detain you for 48 hours, but they inform you there's an interrogation process, extended detention, pre-indictment. If needed, a prosecutor can arrest, and a judge usually approves detention for up to 10 days, extended for another 10 days. No routine bail at this stage. The U.S. Embassy can visit if notified and provide a list of lawyers, right? So the embassy can come in for you. Indictment and trial. If prosecutor finds sufficient evidence, you're indicted and become a defendant, right? Sentencing and punishment. So minor offenses, a fine and sentence, probation, like 1 to 5 years. Serious offenses, prison, time served in a Japan facility. Okay. U.S. citizens may request a prisoner transfer treaty to serve part of the sentence back in the U.S. Deportation and removal. It's not automatic for every crime and not immediate removal upon arrest. After conviction, serving the crime, right? So likely deported if sentence is imprisonment without suspension for 1 year. Drug-related offenses, convictions almost always lead to deportation. Okay. Possible to remain temporarily if you have strong ties to Japan. But okay, see what we're talking about? If you have strong ties, you can stay. And immigration authorities grant special permission, though visa renewal may still be denied later. Those without strong ties or with expired visas are typically deported after release or conviction. So they escort you out of Japan. You don't get to just stay there. Yeah. Why did you want to use Japan as an example? We don't uphold our laws. We don't uphold our laws, and we allow people to break the law, whoever we like. And right now, the Democrats like illegal immigration, and they've exploited it, bastardizing the 14th Amendment. Because as I showed you, if we want to use common law, fine. They've broken the law because they're here illegally. They've immediately broken the law. They've immediately become criminals, and nobody should be allowed to have any benefit, even if their child is born here, because they came here illegally. How do you square that? You're calling them undocumented. They're criminals. What are you talking about? So it really goes back to that chaps mahad. And Patty Cake says Judge Brown was a better bench judge in D.C. than the Supreme Court. And David Gardner says Americans talking about abuses abroad is a bit rich. You guys have living in a racist country that has no rules. Magazine does and says, okay, what you're saying makes no sense, but all right. These criminals broke the law. Look, this is about criminal behavior. At the end of the day, people are here illegally and they need to be held accountable. You cannot just come here illegally and have the baby on the soil and the baby be a citizen of the country. That is part of this argument. Now, what I'm saying is, if they are going to really bring in English common law, according to their own argument of English common law, the person that comes here illegally and has a baby, they have to go because they've already broken the law. They're already in violation of common law. You can't be in violation of common law and then say, well, the baby born here is justified. What? You can't do that. It's either one or the other. Either you say, if you come here, you're not going to be considered illegal if you have a baby here. You would have to say that, but you can't because you've broken the law coming here illegally. You can't square the two. And that must have been a bot, because I was like, who talks like that? And if you do talk like that, I need you to kind of figure it out, because I could not understand what you were trying to get to. Long pre-chart definition. Okay, so we're still talking about Japan. Yeah, but I had to bring that up. I really, really did. Now, I wanted to get to some of the, I want to say would they be counter protesters? So these were people protesting the people that were for birthright citizenship. Okay, it was Danielle and Zoe from Chicago Flips Red, and they were protesting the people that were in favor of birthright citizenship. And another thing, if this is such a racist country, why are people always fighting to come here? Huh? If this is such a racist country, why are you here? Get out. You don't have to be here. Bye. See ya. Deuces. Go away. If this is such a racist country, why are you having your children here en masse? If this is such a racist country, yeah, it's that part for me. And that one, chasing her around. What are you doing, sir? If you don't leave her alone. Yep, there's the... Okay, what is this about? Okay, here's my thing. Y'all are talking about, we're citizens here. And was anybody out there with a flag, American flag? What is this nonsense? This is some tribal stuff from another country. No, it doesn't belong here in the United States. What are you doing? You're making the argument that we want you off the soil. You're making the argument that we don't want you here. You are not trying to assimilate into America. Go back to your country and do all that. But you won't, because your country isn't free like ours is, where you can actually do this. That's why you are here. As racist as you say it is, that's why you're here. So I wonder who paid for those signs.
Working class organization. Our members are Black, Latine, and
yeah. And that other melanated person trying to block Danielle, you know that's not a citizen.
Immigrants are under attack. What do we do? Immigrants are under attack. What do we do?
Yeah, that's an immigrant.
We are here. With our immigrant brothers and sisters, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter.
No, they only matter when y'all want some stuff.
You have not divided us, you have united us.
Yeah. Because, see, you can't have it all. You can't have, you know, how should I say? You cannot have a country of laws while at the same time destroying the laws. Okay, again, if you were going to go back to the common law rule, that's fine. But these people still have to be here legally, and they're not. And those are the people you're not talking about. And it actually comes to birther tourism too, because they're still not domiciled people. That's why you wanted to stay away from that conversation. See, the only reason why the 𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗪 person got the status he did is because his parents were at least here and domiciled. Because again, it was illegal for anyone of Chinese descent to become a naturalized citizen in the United States. It was illegal. That's why he got caught up in Texas. Okay? He tapped out and just left and stayed in China. I get it. Because you weren't welcome here. Period. It's not a slight. It's just facts. It is what it is. Now, I want to get into a few other articles that actually kind of pertain a little bit. So let's check this out.
Ms. Delbene.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. 𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗪, for joining us today. I'm deeply concerned that you don't take the responsibility to protect Americans' taxpayer, their sensitive information seriously. Under your leadership, you allowed the IRS to violate taxpayers' privacy tens of thousands of times, as has been mentioned before. This is a catastrophic leadership failure, and it also really is a huge hit on the public's confidence in your agency's integrity. You told Ranking Member Neal earlier today that you have implemented a risk management function that includes risk management meetings that discuss cyber policy. Unfortunately, this issue wasn't caused by a cyber attack. It was caused by your department illegally handing over taxpayer information to the Department of Homeland Security. So again, what are you doing to rectify this mistake?
So the IRS turned information over to the Department of Homeland Security? And you're mad about that? The privacy of American citizens. Ma'am, the Patriot Act is already like trashed the Fourth Amendment. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, that's right. This comes back to defending people that are here illegally, that shouldn't even be filing taxes, first of all. And it gives DHS more information on how to find these illegal immigrants. Just say you want to protect illegal immigrants. Just at least be honest about it. Just at least be honest about it.
Conduct, ensure that this doesn't happen again, and attempt to earn back the trust of taxpayers.
Probably never said this, so I'll say it now. Obviously, all these events occurred before my tenure. So, but I oversee the organization, and it's my responsibility to get it right. And I don't know how often you all have overseen a risk management function and understand the depth of a risk management function in what is really a large organization protecting Americans' privacy, increasing collections, and driving higher service.
But does your risk management do something to make sure that people internal to the agency are not providing illegal information to other agencies? You haven't clearly stated that you're making sure that that does not happen.
One, there's an ongoing litigation on this matter.
So you are not prepared to say that you are going to make sure that...
No, I'm going to make sure. I'm just trying to make a point that your words are not gospel, right? the words you're using, the numbers you're using, there's a litigation, and I'm not going to comment on it. I am overseeing
there's
the
kind
agency.
there's a kind of old axiom that you can't fix something if you don't know it's broken. Do you acknowledge that this has been broken?
Could be arrested and prosecuted there for stealing a wallet, illustrating territorial jurisdiction and local allegiance while present in the country. Okay. So that's what I was like, okay, all right, well, you're right for that. But I said, would you be deported? Would you be removed if you broke the law? Step-by-step overview based on Japan's criminal procedure for foreigners. This general outcomes vary in individual circumstances. Japanese, a high conviction rate, 99%, and the system emphasizes investigation and confession. So arrest and initial detention, right? They can arrest you for suspicion of crime, detain you for 48 hours. They inform you there's interrogation process, extended detention, pre-indictment. If needed, a prosecutor can arrest, and a judge usually approves detention for up to 10 days, extended for another 10 days. No routine bail at this stage. The U.S. Embassy can visit if notified and provide a list of lawyers, right? So the embassy can come in for you. Indictment and trial. If prosecutor finds sufficient evidence, you're indicted and become a defendant, right? Sentencing and punishment. So minor offenses, a fine and sentence, probation, like 1 to 5 years. Serious offenses, prison, time served in a Japan facility. Okay. U.S. citizens may request a prisoner transfer treaty to serve part of the sentence back in the U.S. Deportation and removal. It's not automatic for every crime and not immediate removal upon arrest. After conviction, serving the crime, right? So likely deported if sentence is imprisonment without suspension for 1 year. Drug-related offenses, drug convictions almost always lead to deportation. Okay. Possible to remain temporarily